Yes. Yeah.
Are you recording on sound?
What do you don't know?
No, I need to know.
They clapped.
What's the clap after?
I asked him if he was recording.
Well, he does it before.
Can you believe
This is why you don't start. Useless.
You even lost the rights. You lost the rights.
Stress.
Welcome to the Tribe UG podcast, episode number 8, season 2. And as you can see, we are in a different setting. We're in a different setting, different vibes. Ian.
Yep.
Tell the people.
Well, it's a milestone episode. This is episode 8 of season 2. If you've been rocking with us since season 1, you know last season we did 8 episodes. And for this milestone episode, I decided to host the crew. And we are somewhere with a bit of water and it's an island. And these are part of the benefits of being part of the Tribe UG podcast, where your team lead is a Forbes person. You can afford to go to a private island and do something like this. Yeah,
Private
so
island,
welcome to my, when I say I grew
Your
up by
backyard.
the water, this is my backyard. This is what
It's
I
not
mean.
just for
So
bars. Like, you
it's
don't
not-
tell people I grew up on the water just
it's
for
not
jazz.
just for bars and lyrics, like it's the real thing.
You'll be
so-
walking on water.
Yep. So welcome to this beautiful place. And some of you, this is the first time you've been this side of the country.
Yes. When we were on our way coming this side, Hassan was like, we are stopping everywhere. This is my first time. So yeah. Mark, allow me to ask the experience so far, the journey.
Well, the beverages are still nice on this side of the globe and everything. So it's all good.
Until the island runs out of beverages.
Hey, if the island still has drinks, we good.
And then you're like, we are burning it down. But yeah, guys, like I said, it's a milestone episode. And on such milestones, at times you tend to reflect on the journey.
Yep.
Yes,
How
sir.
the journey has been. And for us, this is a time to reflect on our season so far.
Yeah.
And guys, I want to ask you, of all the let me say mishaps we've had.
Mishaps.
Yeah, I don't know if I use the correct language or the correct one.
Mishap may be even small.
Yeah, it may be an understatement.
But yeah, personally, this is one where Ian wasn't there. Actually, I should start with that. You know, there's been a number of episodes where something is supposed to go one way and then boom, emergency, so-and-so is not available. The first episode where we're not the complete set was when Ian was not around for episode 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4. And, you know, aside from that, and, you know, readjust, replan, restructure, and then more than halfway, 75% of the episode complete, Umeme is like, sweet.
Gone.
Man, there's more power here on the island than when we're in club, because man, Umeme said we don't want to know your stuff. And imagine having to start again. I mean, all our good jokes dissing Ian disappeared. Ian's witch doctor was working overtime.
You know, I mean, if the witch doctor is getting salary increment, you better look out for me. So they can't do a whole episode on my case and you decide it's okay. I mean, take the power.
The guy did the damn thing. What have you?
For me, it was episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode 1. So we shoot episode 1, we edit episode 1. The first draft is delivered. And I'm like, guys, we are shutting this down. This is not going to be uploaded. This is not going to be uploaded. Phone calls back and forth.
They released the episode. Guys are still saying no.
Yeah.
But if you watch episode 1, you will see the mistake and the mishap why we wanted to sort of like bury it and we move on.
It's so funny. The mistake lasted less than 30 seconds of 1 hour and 20 minutes of video. But guys were like, no, get rid of it. But it goes a long way to saying, you know, sometimes censored version, stuff happens. And one of the things is, you know, we do notice that with a lot of music, we hear a lot of stories, disappeared albums, I don't know, this song, this video never came out because the other guy did that.
The guy formatted the cards.
I mean, we've lost video footage before.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do understand that.
The tribe press play, there's a take.
There's a
There's a
take.
missing take.
There's a take we didn't get from Mutono, but yeah.
Mutono still brought it either way.
Yeah.
But now it was going to be fire on that fire.
Yep.
You understand? But like, it is what it is. And you have to readjust ultimately. So, but I don't know if with the music, you know, we say that being on this side allows us to look into what the others experience and how we can do better. And how they can probably do better because they get to do another take.
Yeah.
If we can do another take of an episode fully from start to finish, I do not see or understand how we cannot do another take of a song or not correct a mistake that has been made. Because like, what are some of the mistakes we've seen out there?
I'll start with
Something.
I was going to say us, but I realize it's me. I'll start with myself. The name is Rodney. The EP we just put out. The name was misspelled. The artist name was misspelled, and that's like a grave offense because they switched up things. And again,
imagine calling
the
count Ina.
The count at 1 a.m. is like, "Ish man, this spelling is not spelling.
The spelling is not spelling.
Spelling is not spelling." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "It's spelling." He's like, "No, double check." And immediately we filed for lack of a better word, let me say complaint. And the streaming platforms changed. Some of them are still catching up to it.
But most changed.
But had it been me, I pretend we are coming here for this special episode and you'd be at the bottom of the lake.
If you were the artist.
If I was the artist.
But yeah, so I mean, we do see other mistakes that, and we wonder if you're talking spellings. I think on Kenneth Mugabe's Ugandan album, which was released 2019. There's first of all, what an album. Sorry, you know me, I have to always use that moment to say Kenneth Mugabe brought it. What an album. But you know, you're looking at the track list. Track 1, Oliwa. Track 2, I tried to read the word. I'm like, nkwa. What the hell is going on here? The song is Nkakwani Ntia, but the spelling of it is wrong. But I mean, that happens. I mean, we've just clearly shown that the mistake can happen. What I don't understand is how we don't correct it.
It hasn't been corrected.
Like, if you check now in 2022, it's still there.
And we need to investigate Felix.
Did
you have a hand in this project?
That wasn't me.
We can't be sure since, well, you're still making them in 2022.
And then the one of recent.
B-Flex.
Oh yeah, B-Flex's album.
His new album, Truth and Right.
Truth and Right.
There is that song where a whole verse is missing.
2 verses, the final song.
Yeah. And the artists are credited.
They're credited. So they're credited and there's even lyrics. Like, I was listening on Spotify, I'm seeing lyrics. I'm looking the other side, I'm like, I checked, I was like, maybe, okay, I know it's one release, but in my head I was like, no. I check Spotify, wow, the verses are missing. I check Tidal, verses are missing. I check Apple Music, verses are missing. I'm like, okay, so, I mean, I knew it was going to be the same, but I was like, there's no way this is
you
a
have
thing.
To be sure.
Like, I can understand the spelling, but a whole 2 verses. That's...
I was looking for play because I was like, what it sounds.
Because that means the guy uploaded a demo.
Yeah.
Because like, I might have my verse when I sent to Ian, I'm like, hey, Ian, that last part is you. Like, jump on it.
But hold on, before you clear the album,
that's the thing.
Don't you? You have to play.
Like I said,
top to bottom
once he did once I knew that the name is Rodney EP was out, midnight, boom, it's out. I'm listening. I'm looking. I can see right from the jump. I can see the spelling mistake, and I tell him immediately. He's saying 1. He didn't reach 1. I had said it even before 1. But you see, that's also, I guess, that comes back to having access to distributors,
right? And
having a distributor that can care a bit more. I mean, if we look back at last season, we had the episode with James Proper, and he did mention that. He said, sometimes it's good for us to explore the other options that are available because there are many.
Yeah.
But there's a difference when we have
someone we can
reach and who can help us out. Because if there's an issue of any kind, what do we do? What's your plan B? Leave it there and like...
Yeah, but also...
In brief, we are saying, Twagala UK visa office, Uganda.
What?
No, but also, Felix, you who has worked in this industry and you've worked on these projects, what kind of preparation goes into before you do a release, before you release a project? Because I believe project supervisors or whatever, you're supposed to double check some of this stuff. Yeah. So I mean, wrong spelling is understandable, but a whole verse. Like, how are you missing a whole play verse? I mean, some of us kind of checked there for plays verse, but if it's not there, then what? Fortunately, I'd had the when it was released as a single, and so I know what plays verse sounds like. So
what it sound like?
Did he refuse to clear the song for the album? What's up?
No, I don't think that's it. I think it was. I mean, like we said, mistakes happen. I think it was an honest mistake. It's just that. Well, here we are today, what, a week or so after the release, and it's still the same. So that's where my bigger concern is, because making the mistake, having the issue, we've just talked about the flashback of issues we've had this season. Yeah. So having the issue is one thing, but the correcting it is maybe the other.
Maybe this is one of those mishaps you can't really.
I also feel like this.
The way we couldn't chase the kids in Zanzibar.
I also feel like this is a situation of when you do everything on your own.
Oh yeah.
When you do everything on your own, no team. It's sometimes it's an oversight. Like you didn't see it happen, or you thought you had the right song, and then you end up uploading the wrong format. But the other flip side to doing it on your own, you learn.
Yeah. No, that's true. But I know for a fact, I mean, with the work that he put in, with the whole packaging and everything, I'm sure that if he's doing another project like soon, well, whenever it's to happen, I don't know his particular plan, but I'm sure those are the extra checks he's going to make. And I'm sure thinking of that will make him think of other potential checks that are necessary.
Yeah. But what did you, in general, because this is a new project, in general, what did you think of the project? Because I mean, it's besides the mishap, it's new music. So what did you guys think?
I like the features. Okay, the feature, because now the other one I liked is not on.
Because your boy, the only problem is Denis, he rapped and didn't say I felt cheating. He said
they should have like an ad lib. If you forget when you're editing, you throw it in.
You already refused to give it to us.
But for me, the project, I don't want to use the wrong word, and then also I don't want to sort of like
use the correct one. I mean,
sort of like sound off like as if I'm bashing the guy, but for me the project is just there. It's just there. Nothing captivating, nothing bad, but it's just there. It's just there.
Okay, since Ian asked, let me first say, speaking of wrong words, I would like to first say Ian was asking us about the track with Tucker, and he was telling us about Bad. Like, no, Ian, that's a different track for that's a different project. That's probably more from like a Cohen's album or something. But
clearly, Luca is getting a sibling.
Because
wait, what if since I'm in the music industry?
Don't.
Wait, hold on. What if, you know how they do rollouts for albums?
You do a rollout for a child?
For a child, coming soon.
Coming soon to a crib. You.
Yep.
I
Look out for the artwork.
I can imagine the rollout. But you know, what's his name? DJ Khaled sort of like had word like that.
For Assad.
I think.
No.
But now you'll be doing it in a Ugandan setting with a Ugandan budget.
Hey.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a whole island. Calm down.
I'll feed you to the fishes.
Maybe just for that song, I'll have to say I really missed out on. Not missed out. I was happy to see. You know, I always enjoy Tucker verses in Luganda, and of course he switched up at the end, but of his verse. But I always enjoy that from Tucker every single time. Meanwhile, so whether it's now on this song, whether it's his redefinitions way back when, whether it's his collaboration on the Big Ben and Del Boy, Baru, Shoot My Shot. Anyway, whether it's on that song, every single time that the Tucker brings a Luganda, I really think he executes on a different level.
He's Luganda.
And I think that's why they put that as track one, and then they put the one of play at the end. But unfortunately, they got played. But other than that, I really enjoyed What's his name? I really enjoyed B Flex. Not really enjoy. I've used the wrong word. Felix talked about wrong words. I was really impressed by certain verses and hooks by him.
Yeah.
Because you know when you go in and you don't expect, like you have no crazy expectations, you're just going for the ride. And now like his verses on some of the songs, maybe the second track with that whole dancehall feeling.
Yeah.
But his verse on that, I kind of enjoyed his delivery through and through. Of course, certain things, but like I was pleasantly surprised by a number of things. So at least I'll give him that. And you, Ian, the asker of the question.
I have another question.
First tell us about your
It's
feel.
going to lead into what I feel about this project. Do you, in my opinion, yeah, I feel like there is a big difference between recreating an old sound and sounding outdated.
Hey!
And for me, this project sounds outdated.
Hey!
Not in a very bad way, but not in a good way either, because I feel like, I know, I saw a tweet from Larry the other day. This whole sound conversation needs to stop. Let's let artists
No,
create.
this is a different
This is
sound.
a different-
Exactly.
This is a different
Which-
sound conversation.
Which I agree, but I mean, as much as sound evolves and every artist will create how they want, I feel like there's a difference between intentionally sounding old, recreating an old sound, and sounding outdated. I am not saying that this project is outdated, but it sounds outdated. I feel like it would have slapped different if it had come out in 2009, 10, 8,
First week,
11.
he has said, I'm not saying it's a duck, but it sounds like a duck.
So like I don't know, was it a creative choice to, of course this sound is very familiar to us because we grew up on this kind of sound, and wherever you hear it, it sounds familiar, you appreciate it, but it raises a question of it's 2022, is this intentional or have you been in a time machine somewhere? So what do you guys like? I
Okay.
don't know if it's just me.
No, to be honest, I know like you said that and it hit me and I'm like, wait, it is true that as I listen to it and even the things I enjoy, there's a bit of a throwback feel about them.
Yep.
Of it sounded like some of that good that used to come out way back when, not necessarily too far actually for me, but still like a bit more when we started having a newer set of rappers coming through after the first couple of what we call generations. But it was when we started having more prominent names here and there. And some of this reminds me of some songs with, what's this, Del Boy Flex play, those little group collabos that kept happening. It sounds like some of them in a sense that it feels like either one of those could fit on such a project because they feel, and those are not maybe 2009, 2010 like you said, but like still they feel a bit older. Of course, like you said, there's a difference. I mean, every now and then we'll listen to a Bruno Mars give an olden day feel, a Marcus Houston take on a Marvin Gaye song and give us Only You with a newer twist to it. We've had so many of those. So indeed, it's true that there's when you feel like it's an intentional throwback, and then there's when you feel like, wait, was this song released before and they just recorded before and they just released it now? Or so I know some songs do get that feel. So we've had that feeling before. So I understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So I thought it was just me. So.
No, I think that's why I said the project is just there. I couldn't put my thing onto it, but I think that's it. The project being an outdated sound.
Yeah, and you know, like the challenge I find with how it sounds now is, your audience is kind of really us who are familiar with that sound. Any of the new hip hop fans, the newer generation kids who are listening to Lil Baby and Lil something, blah blah blah, be like,
Lil something.
And then also, I think it's they need to, like you said, deliberate. I think it's a conversation you have to have with a producer. And we're like, the song we are going to create is part of a project, and this is the idea of the project. This is the vision of the project.
Of course, if it's deliberate, then this was well executed. If it wasn't, like it's like that producer, we need to we need to check if you're still using Internet Explorer because
Wow.
Is Internet Explorer still on the market?
it was shut down a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
But you know, with Internet Explorer, things happen late. So some people still get there later.
But speaking of new music, Ethan just dropped.
Ethan
The
music.
Eighth Way. He just dropped with Apas, Lagoon, and Melissa Mulungi.
Yeah.
So personally, I like the song. However, I feel like that Ethan album has delayed.
All in all, Ethan, two-way.
Yeah, I feel like
But generally albums, wait, play. Taka. As for play on the podcast last season promised us heaven on earth. We are currently still in purgatory. We are not anywhere.
Now we can't even get his song on the someone else's album.
Exactly. Even when there's a chance for you to give us, your verse is missing.
yeah. So Ethan, the Eighth Way, do that thing. Give us a project. Give us a project. I feel like it's about that time to get a body of work from Ethan instead of these singles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually that song, you know, I was happy, let me say, because it starts off, Melissa gives you just like some bass line, nothing, you know, some foundation, nothing crazy, simple delivery. Then you go from there and you elevate into what Apas does on his verse, because Apas bodied the hell out of it. So you have a good delivery from Apas. Get back the hook, listen to Melissa again, have that feminine touch. And then, after the Kobo Sinje vibes, you go straight into Lagoon. Maybe that's where I have my first hiccup. But it also goes like two ways. It's one, I want to call it a template.
Yeah.
It's the Lagoon formula. Of course, I was going to give a French saying they were going to judge me, but
we're not going to judge you tell us. We shall not
the
judge
French
you.
saying translates to white change from a winning team. So if it's his winning
Winning team.
formula,
Yeah.
I understand that you would want to go back to it, but it's just that sometimes you want that element of surprise. Actually, the surprise was the ad-libs that came up in the beginning of Lagoom's verse, because he always has those ad-libs, like those are typical Lagoom starter pack ad-libs. But the best part about them was them sounding like, I'm not too sure, I've not listened well enough times,
Yeah.
but I think it was Apas delivering those early ad-libs, and that added texture. That added texture to that. It was Salt Bay that, you know, but like, yeah, it had a little bit of flavor to it, and I think that was really dope. So it's just, you know,
I think for me on this
but other
track,
than that, I liked it. I think it was good music.
Apas,
Yeah.
bad man.
Apas is a bad man.
Apas delivered
There
the
is,
head. You know, for Apas, we can never accuse Apas of a template. He always shocks you with some amazing shit. Like it was, I listened to the verse, I'm like, where is he going with this? And oh my
And he
God.
kept going.
He ran with it and it's,
He went to his own private island.
yep.
No, but one thing about it is we have to mention, like, Apas just released the other day with Joshua Baraka,
Yeah.
because they have Omu together.
Yeah.
He gives you a different vibe because, you know, Joshua is going to give you that kind of voice. I've told you that voice. Are they still checking it? Please check that voice. Sounds suspicious. That voice is special. It's a problem. And you wonder, like, which direction is Apas going to take? It reminds me of R&B reference. It is still an R&B song anyway. But it reminds me of listening to Jennifer Hudson and Neo way back when on Neo's album. There's a song, Leaving Tonight. And you know Jennifer has that voice that is just massive.
Yeah.
And as much as we know Neo can sing, he just had to contain, tastefully done, he had to contain himself, work within this bracket. Don't try to hit Jennifer notes you want. So even this, to see Apas understand the music, understand that yes, Joshua is going to do this, me, I'm giving you this.
Yeah.
And make it match, make it work.
Yeah.
I think that was really dope touch.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing he does here. He's like, okay, cool. Lagoom the rapper is going to do his singy-songy thing that's nice. Melissa is going to be singing on the hook. Me, let me give you this verse. Let it evolve. Guys, some good music, you know, well-structured songs. It's just easy to like, easy to enjoy.
Yep. Yeah. And Melissa,
that Mark review, eh? It's like it was in the studio when they were creating the song.
if they paid you, give us some command.
You guys always accusing me of being paid to talk about the song.
First we are going, it's dope. Mark is like, going, that structure, what, that vocal, they moved it, they put it here. But the other song is Wick Wonder Jr.
Which even has a music video.
Which even has visuals.
I think Wonder Jr had so much fun on this one. It's quite evident in his delivery on the track. It's evident in his energy. It's evident in, again, layers. I think I love this thing artists are doing with layers. Like, you don't just give us one
dimensional.
Like, you just skip one layer. Now there's vanilla. Now there's chocolate. Now there's banana. Now there's strawberry. Like, it's just... He enjoyed it so much, and again we talk about all these visuals and
wait, is it a fruit salad?
And how
man is dropping tropical fruits on an island here.
and how we talk about visuals and creating art. Like, you watch the video and you're so happy with seeing two of the most active industry players right now. Actually, not just giving you the music, but going out to give you visuals, and it's not some extravagant island stuff. It's something that tastefully done to stay within the boundaries of what they're trying to deliver. Because I mean, the excuse of we don't have money for videos, agreed, but you can still create art like they did without breaking the bank.
Yeah, and for me, I would like to go back to that Wonder Jr verse, because like Wonder, man. You know, he gives us a lot of these fun songs, this energy, this you want to dance, you want to vibe, you want to bring it. Like I said last week, I was there at the Maikai Hura and Sistimu. Wonder will give you that any day. He'll give you those UK vibes. He'll give you so much fire any day. And then here he's like, listen, I don't know if that's his thought process, but it's just me saying, he's like, listen, we have Wake here.
Yep.
You guys know we be here talking about Wake all the time. Like, Wake is a problem. It's a problem. And I think one day is like, let me first give you some rapidy rap. Yep. You know, like, let me first give you guys. I know, like, by the time he gets into like halfway through his verse, it's like lyrical what, and you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. You know, like, yes, okay, it's okay. You are in it. It's okay because he brought it.
He did.
And also, I just talked about template on the last one. It was so dope to see the type of verse we've not heard from him in a bit.
Yeah.
So that was also dope. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have no thought?
Yeah, I was letting the experts to first give their analysis. First of all, the visuals, I find them to be so weak. Like,
so weak.
No, like they are
articulate well. They may think you said so weak.
No. Like they are true and they are on the Wick brand.
Yeah.
Like that's that. Like when you see them, when you watch, you just know this is Wick, and basically something you expect Wick to deliver.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I know Wick is working on a project. I think it's even ready. So that body of work.
Man, these projects that people be promising us, I don't believe anymore.
It's been 2 years later, we're still waiting.
No, I no longer believe in this. So we just wait to see who delivers. When it drops, we move. So, but I like to just say, unfortunately, as we're here, we're missing out on Wake and Naxa and a couple of others. Even Mutona is performing at the Fuse concert.
The Fuse concert.
And it's just great. Like, I was so mad when I saw Naxa. I think it was the first one I saw post was Naxa, and when I saw Naxa post, and I see the dates, I'm like, no.
I have an idea for Felix, Mr. Forbes.
Yeah.
So you see how you're on Forbes list and all.
After this island trip, I don't know if I'll still be Mr. Forbes. Because the expenses.
You're on Forbes and all. So, we shouldn't have to go to an island and miss an event like that. Why don't you buy an airport?
No, how about he brings the event to the island next time?
Oh, we checked and the island didn't have a helipad, so we couldn't land, so we had to choose. But since it's you who hosted us in your backyard, construct a helipad.
Like a helipad.
Yeah, things should be easy.
Mark, first lend me some of that command these artists are giving you to give good reviews.
But did you hear what Mark said? Extend the island. you know the levels and the monies that takes to
do I look like a Dubai sheikh?
Abidi, come to Dubai.
Speaking of levels and islands and things like that, guys, we would like to thank our many sponsors that have just contributed from left, right, and center. You all have been the best. I don't know if it's because of the way I say that. 624404. But if you want to be like them and give us some money to support the next island venture, you can even come with us. We don't refuse these things. Like you can come and see how we suffer behind the scenes, fighting with things, wins, what. But if you want to join us or if you want to support the pod, and of course, this goes a long way beyond just the podcast.
Yep.
This is the same type of funding that goes into
Salaries.
the tribe press play
And salaries.
things like that, because we have to make videos for them kids, and we need to to be able to fund that. So we thank all of you that have been contributing. For those that want to join the fray, 624404. That's 624404.
Skyline Media does ads as well. But I don't think you should be spending on voiceover artists when you have Mac.
But speaking of our sponsors, don't we have a little something?
A little something. I mean, if you all are seeing me, this is me arranging my hat so you all understand. But if you all are seeing me in this MidGuy good, the Tribe UG and the MidGuy have got a little something for you. I mean, you all have been with us. We told you it's a landmark episode, and it has been a remarkable journey, and we'd like to leave our mark by. Sorry, but it's only right that we do a little song, and thanks to our good friends at the MidGuy, we've got a little something for you. We have a couple of MidGuy giveaways. Up to 10 winners. 10. Where's the clapping emoji? Anyway, but like 10 giveaways for you, and to win, all you have to do is answer some questions that we're going to ask you right about now. I'm going to ask you 3. Stay tuned for more because you don't want to get all of them at once. When you start calling in and making requests.
I want 3 giveaways. And you can only win once, by the way.
So for those of you that have been with us, the first question goes to our little Ntugz experience. Again, thank you for being with us through that. But question 1, please name 3 artists, 3 hip-hop artists that Ntugz has collaborated with. 3 hip-hop artists have collaborated with Ntugz.
Yeah, and
so all you have to do when you are listening, watching, just tweet at the Tribe UG with your answer.
At the Tribe _UG.
The Tribe UG giveaway.
Hashtag the Tribe UG giveaway.
Yeah, also I know some of you
tag the tribe, tag MidGuy.
Some of you are fans of EC. That your body's like Ntugz, baby. It's not a feature. You just mentioned that in the song. So that answer is wrong.
You let them give their wrong answer and you tell them. Like your body like Ntugz, baby.
Ntugz, baby. Like if you give us that, we'll just give you Chiboko instead. That's cheating.
Question 2 is for those that, again, are stuck with us through this season. When Ian returned from his sickness, when his visa was restored, we managed to, we talked about concerts that would be dream concerts that we would enjoy. And in there, we had to mention the dream reunion concerts for UG Music.
Yeah.
And we mentioned 2 dream reunion concerts. And if you can name the 2 reunion concerts that we talked about, you get yourself a little something from the Tribe UG and the MidGuy.
Yeah.
So, my MidGuy is visible, producer. But yeah, so if you know the answer to that, holla. Maybe let me give them one more now.
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
They might be hungry.
You've started. I knew somebody would say that.
Wait. So that's a reference for those that didn't get it. Hey, you better catch up. That's a reference from season 1, and the next question is from season 1. And it's really simple. Really, if you've been with us, it's easy money or easy meets. If you want a meeting from the MidGuy. No. How many guests did we have on season 1? And who were they?
Oh, that's the easiest.
Easy
That's
money.
easy.
Easy money.
Easy.
By the way, Larry, should we block you? Anyway.
Again, just tweet at the Tribe UG at MidGuy with your answers, and then the Tribe UG giveaway hashtag.
Hashtag the Tribe UG
Just follow
giveaway.
those small rules, and you'll be able to win.
But what I want us to clarify, you know how like when these big brands do giveaways and competitions, if you're a close associate, you're not considered. Are we
Yeah, Hassan
taking
is
that
blocked
approach?
from this. Hassan from that family.
Hassan, LNF?
Family.
Actually, the entire office of Mark.
Oh yes,
The entire
office.
They are listeners,
Nope.
contributors,
Nope.
They are
sponsors.
sponsors, but they are blocked from this one
Yeah,
because
it's a cheat code.
Yo,
Really.
yo,
Like,
yo. Like I might send Mark a email to piggyback on what you said in the pod. First send those answers. Back sheets for them.
They may give me some assignments and be like,
Yeah,
unless you deliver. Anyway, no.
But
you're
shout outs to Mark's office for supporting
But
us.
what if I'm just saying? What if Luca gets some answers? Right? Since he doesn't eat meat,
What if Luca
can I
gets
eat
the
a meat on his behalf?
Ian's wife and co.
Also
Blacklisted.
excluded. Who else?
Damzi, please do not attempt.
Anyway,
So yeah, there are a few people. You know yourself.
Also,
you are excluded from this competition.
Our sponsor on that morning show. You may be blacklisted
you're a
too.
proper listener. The one who should be blacklisted is Larry, because as well. By the way, shout out Larry for always sticking with us from the jump. Even recently with the Never Let Go review and his sharing of both of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
you know, and that's just testament to the people who are out there and that understand that sometimes it's not always rosy. So it's okay to say the stuff that is half and half, and to learn from it to make it a fuller glass.
Yeah, it shows a lot about someone's personality and their willingness to learn and grow and take feedback. Because I mean, some people just usually push back statement and all, but this.
But then, giveaways aside, we've just been talking about the Fuse concert, which is gospel rapper generally. We've talked about Wake. We've talked about Wonder. I've seen the Entikko collective post Wonder as well. For those of you that don't know about Entikko, check out the Tribe chats. Check out my interview with Naxa. Learn a little bit about the gospel collective that's just bringing for UG Christian rappers and affiliates.
You have no excuse not to go to church. Like,
if you don't go to church, at least go to Naxa's EP.
Yep.
But there was a little song that.
So first of all, I did back to the Fuse concert. It's a concert that has been put together by Shadrach. So I want to
Badman's a bad man.
Shout out to Shadrach. Shadrach took a pause from hip hop, but when he came back to hip hop, he came back focusing on gospel music.
Right.
He even has gospel awards, and also I think he signed Wonder Jr as a manager. He's Wonder Jr's management. So in brief, I'm saying shout outs to Shadrach for coming back, because man,
the game needs a bad man, and he's a bad man.
And as you can see, he has come back and he has already aligned the gospel people out from awards to now a hip hop concert. The other time it was a cipher.
The cipher, and we did talk about that. That was some good.
Yeah, but the Entikko. So Entikko is the Christian collection of rappers or practitioners of hip hop, because there are also producers in there. So when Viga Awards, these are awards that are aimed at recognizing the gospel music people, when they announced their 2022 nominees, Entikko people put out a press release saying
for the hip hop category,
saying we are disappointed in the hip hop category because two of the nominees and they were specific. They were like D-Rain. Just D-Rain. We also do collections for him. D-Rain, Michelle, and Timo Reizi Majakira are wrongly placed in the category. So they expressed their disappointment and dissatisfaction. Are like, hey guys, do better. Basically, they called out the entire awards organization saying,
Yeah.
hey guys, do better, do better. So from you guys as fans in this case, what do you feel about this? As fans of the hip hop community and then also as fans of the gospel community? Oh, you're not fans of the gospel community.
Hey, relax. Why are you accusing us from me?
I don't have my Naksa hat today.
When was the last time you went to church?
There was a baptism the other day.
Well, there's that church in my hood. When it starts your
You
own
don't have to go,
attending. I know I've attended. So.
Actually, here near the island. Anyway, we'll get into that later. But about that, it's quite interesting. I mean, this is not the first time we've had such a scenario.
Yeah.
For those of you that have been fans of the UG hip hop community for a long time, we've had in the past there's been, what was it? Was it Palm Awards or something like that?
Yeah.
Where there was a category for hip hop, and I think with the clear cuts and the lyrical G's of this world in that category, I think the thing goes to like obsessions, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, who?
How?
You understand? Like, and that's something that of course happened ages ago.
Yeah.
And now here you are over probably a decade ago, and here you are, and you have a similar scenario. Now I do understand anyone's, maybe let me play the advocate of maybe some other side. I do understand anyone's complaint and disappointment, and I do agree. I'd run mad. I can't imagine if it's me, and in the podcast category, there's I don't know, some unrelated. There's a song. A song is winning the podcast category.
Yeah.
It would be very weird. Not just winning, because sometimes it's not even just the win. It's just a nomination.
Yeah.
Imagine podcasts of the year, and we have ours and a couple of others, and Cohen J. Sistiganye. Be like, what?
How's that a podcast,
Like, whether or not he wins,
Yeah.
that's someone else from the podcast community missing out
On the recognition.
on the recognition for Cohen.
Yeah.
And that would be weird. You understand? So I can understand by any means that anyone would be frustrated or unhappy.
Yeah.
My thing though, and that's why I said I was going to play a bit of
Devil's
advocate for the
advocate.
other side.
Devil's advocate.
It's
Going to be your own advocate.
when you say this, because I don't know at what point they said that, but I think it was before the awards because it was just a nomination, I think. And my question then becomes, are they going to change this based on your press statement? Or can you find an avenue to reach out to whoever the organizers are and try and see how it can be corrected? Because ultimately, if you do this, there'll be that defensive mode that
Right.
checks in,
Yeah.
that sets a wall and tries to hide all that and suffocate it. If the influencers bring the influencers to tweet about some other stuff, like there's a way to suffocate and drown and like take away the attention from your claim
Yeah.
and just focus on executing our award show.
Yeah.
And yet, if you reach out, maybe there are people that can benefit from this experience. Maybe it's a learning experience for everyone. We said at the start, mistakes can be made.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way for them to correct, for them to adjust, and for them to therefore include the people that have missed out and remove those that really shouldn't have been in it in the first place.
Yeah.
That's maybe where my query or my question is.
But for me, I've always felt with issues like this where you issue a statement, unless we never know what happens in the background. If this statement comes after you saw the category, try to reach out to them to correct the error, and they refused or delayed, and you feel like it's taking too long, we need to say
Then
something.
you announce it.
I can almost understand
Yeah,
it.
that one I get it.
But
I
if
get it.
it's though they announce and you like what you're
How dare
outraged
they?
immediately statement, you've not tried to reach out to amicably settle this. I find that a bit it's a risky approach to take because first of all,
even the next time. they
yeah,
won't
look at
want to
this.
overdo it.
We need to understand that as a market that's not yet at a level where we can all mutually benefit from each other.
We need
All these small platforms that are
avenues,
giving
yes,
us some kind of
correct.
access.
Very
Because if
correct.
I'm doing it and instead of trying to reach out, you're bashing me in a statement, I will not consider you next time. Like I may choose to ignore you because there are few other people. But it comes down to we need to understand how to manage these relationships because at the end of the day, until we're at a point where everyone can stand on their own, we need each other. But even then, at that point, we need each other to grow. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, look, they've nominated some of your artists in the wrong category and you're outraged about it, but they have like it's a small piece of the pie because they've organized the awards, they've done the nominations, they're going to host the event, they're going to host the artist, they're managing sponsors and all of this. Like, you complaining that the artists were put in the wrong category by lashing out on something like that, they might as well just ignore you and move on to other important avenues. But you don't want that. What you want is to see how to settle this, handle this relationship, because it's not the opportunities that come from this don't just stop on the nomination.
Correct.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you win or don't win, you've gotten some kind of access. But by putting this energy out, you're kind of shutting some doors, because I mean, people have egos. People have all these stuff. Someone will feel bad, be like, just take them off. I don't care. So in my opinion, I feel like this could have been handled better. However,
we don't know.
We don't
like
know.
You said,
if you
we don't know
try
what
to
might have
reach
happened
out
behind.
and they refuse to change it and told you what's done is done, I can understand the statement.
Yes, in that case, I would probably do the same.
Yeah, I'd probably
Maybe
do the
different
same
wording,
as well.
the same.
But if that wasn't the case, that's why we always say we need teams, you need PR, you need the guys that are going to handle, because if someone abuses me, it's different. But if someone abuses the tribe UG, I will not lash out on behalf, because it has to be properly. There's a structure that takes care of these things.
I think they have abused us.
Yeah, so I guess that's my 2 cents on that. It's one of my sense moments.
Yeah, probably. First of all, me personally, that man, there are a lot of things to process for me in this situation. The first things first. This press release doesn't even have a date. You guys have to fix that for the next press statement. Put a date. Orange. Don't just say management. Put a date.
Yeah.
And then also, this press statement could have easily been a tweet, because the way it is worded, it could have been a tweet.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. The journey has been long, in the sense that, like Mark said, you have Palm Awards a decade ago, and they are awarding all
recognizing, let's say.
Yeah, recognizing and awarding. Because I know there are some guys who don't do hip hop took some awards home.
Yeah. During
the Palm Awards era. But now, a decade later, you have over 2 hip hop websites. You had a radio that was dedicated to hip hop. You have a collective that is for hip hop guys. As an awards organizer, you need to put in that extra effort to make sure you get the things right.
Right.
And all these resources at your own disposal to be like, you know what? If I need to know what's happening in hip hop, where do I go? You have our podcast, you have Novel Live, you have the Mythis podcast, you have the Tribe UG website, you have all these unlimited platforms that you can reach out to and the people you can talk to.
Right.
That's the first thing.
Entikko.
Including Entikko.
Right.
That's the first thing. So, secondly, Viga Awards, as an awards organization, has been around for a minute. So, as an awards organization that has been around for a minute, by now, surely, you should know who are the guys in hip-hop, or get a plug to tell you what's happening in the hip-hop world.
Associate that may be the reference.
That's also the other thing. So now, the fact that the Viga Awards have been around for a minute, I can get why the Entikko people are frustrated.
Right.
Because Viga Awards have been those awards for the gospel people. Like, hey, this is our thing. It recognizes gospel guys. So I could understand why they are frustrated with them and why it would lead to them to put out such a statement.
Yeah.
Now, as an organizer, I receive, someone, of course, sends me a link to the press, to the statement, like probably on Twitter. I'll look at it. First of all, as an organizer, you're putting in this effort, you're chasing sponsors, you're doing all these things, and you, in your belief, you believe you're doing them for the better of the industry.
Yes.
And the industry, it's the artists, it's the fans, it's all that. And then you have this one stakeholder who has just fired a shot at you, like, hey, and you haven't even done the event. He has fired a shot at you, like, boom.
Yeah.
What you did is not the right way, and and that it's the wording. We are disappointed.
Yeah.
Such a statement, it's going to sort of like break your morale.
Right.
So now, if that happens, yes, you can be like, you know what? Those guys, we are doing away with them. We don't care. Scrap it off. We actually remove the category in its entirety. Or as an awards guy, I can be like, you know what? How can I get that situation, leverage it in a PR format to be like, now, here we are. Now, like, for example, like me, if it were me, the first thing I would do, I would reach out to Shadrach. I'm like, hey, Shadrach, we are going to give you this category right now. We want you to come up with nominees, and we make it public, and we acknowledge the statement, and we'll be like, hey guys, we received it. On our side, it's an oversight, but we are going to revise that category as
you even add a bonus hip hop category, like you had two just to,
exactly. We are going to revise it, and in a week we are going to give you
a fresh list,
nominees for the hip hop category. So for me, that's the two way to go about it, because like you said, we need every little platform that we have. And for gospel, they need every little platform that they have. As Entikko, to me, they are doing what Entikko is supposed to do.
Yes.
We are here as a collective of the gospel people, and our job is to fight for the gospel
rights.
Guys, the rights, that make sure we're in the right spaces and all that. So them releasing a press statement, probably, in my opinion, again, I have a feeling they must have submitted if there are submissions that were done. So for them to submit and then now you have someone who is not in hip hop, you have been overlooked, you're going to feel frustrated and you're going to go.
The thing is, and I'll say, you mentioned wording earlier, and I'd like, now that I've gone back to the statement, I'm reading something and I'm like, yeah, listen, if I'm the organizers, as much as I want to swing the PR vibe, there's certain things that you say and I'm like, what? No, leave those guys have it again. So when you say, I mean, however much is truth to it, and you know what it is, there's always tact. Even with us, if I'm going to say, oh, the other guy's thingy was not nice, there's still me trying to understand and get to the bottom of it, and maybe try and see an angle and see how to deliver it.
Put enough disclaimers
I've said it here,
just in case.
And I've even said it here on the pod. I'm like, ultimately, the same way we want music to be released to us in a way that's consumable, even the complaints and the messages that we want to give, even the negative one, it has to be consumable, because otherwise no one will learn from it. But if you're that establishment that has worked, gotten sponsors, probably gone into debt because you're trying to clear this stuff, and then you read that this category undermines and insults the Christian hip-hop fraternity, you might, like, that choice of words might hit you different. So as much as I agree with the sentiment and with the need to, like you said, is they're doing their job of fighting for their collective, as much as that is right, there's still the other side of the delivery. Excuse me, like,
and you see
terms and conditions.
And then also the other thing that is going to happen. There's going to be that one gospel rapper who's going to be like, you know what, Entikko doesn't speak for me.
And you see another thing artists need to be very deliberate about. Guys, we've talked about image, blah blah blah. It's not about the clothes, it's not about the Instagram. Like, even some of these things, like, we feel it undermines and insults. That was a bit too heavy for what you're trying to address.
Me, that's why.
Because disappointed is still kind. Undermine and insult.
You're making it seem like it was a deliberate effort.
Like an attack. Like
an attack. It was deliberate effort, which wasn't.
Because Joseph and Kobo Sinja, we like those ones.
Yeah, because you see, what you need is, like you're saying, tact. And some of these statements, however much for me, it sounded like it was written by someone who was extremely outraged. Nobody double checked.
Don't make decisions when you're outraged.
But then also, in my opinion, or in my thinking, this is a collective of people. So before that statement went out, they agreed They agreed with all of them. Like, this is okay. One of them could have been like, guys, let's change this, let's change that, let's change that, and we get our information. Because you guys, you are Jesus, and says, turn the other cheek. Don't come out swinging.
And you also something else. We must be like, let's forget the clout, forget your self-esteem and ego. Let's try to calm down in some of these situations. If you're not yet where you feel like you hold the power, be humble, because a mistake like this can close some doors that could have helped you.
Yeah, that's ultimately it for me. Because when it comes down to tact,
guys, when that door closes, Just go to the carpenter and make a new door.
The window of opportunity. That's why they don't say the door of opportunity. No, but like ultimately, this is not like again an attack on. Because remember, we're just trying to point out all the possible perspectives.
Yeah.
But you see, the best type of perspective is the one that you can easily defend and easily explain and make it make sense to any person.
Yeah.
But when you use certain things, it takes. I keep telling people, you may be very right. You might be very right that I don't know, you disagree with what this one did, and you're right to disagree. But if you come out and speak a certain way on it, your choice of words and your choice of delivery takes away from your rightness because you're technically wrong to deliver it like that in a certain...
Reminds me of people that, like, you get into an altercation with, like, a security guard and you use that demeaning language. Like, it's a situation like that. Like, you're right, but please be careful.
Yes.
Like, 'cause
You know who I am?
you don't know where this could end.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so Christian brothers and sisters, we are rooting for you. Because I don't think Viga would have a category for the podcast yet.
So you're all in, You're all in, you're all connection.
So if you shut the door, you've shut us out.
Yeah. So
when you open the window, please leave it open for us.
I don't know how far you guys have gone to reconcile with the awards organization, but my best bet, you guys reach out to Shadrach. This is an elder in this industry, and he can probably smoothen things over there. Yeah. The only issue is that he also has his own awards. So I don't know how that would work. Or you can come to us. There will be a fee, but we can talk. We have
a PR services.
We have a PR services on our on our end, and then also we can make Ian. We can make Ian a reverend.
And Ian can bring them to the island and everyone will be happy.
A middle ground where they won't fight each other.
I think the island has some crescent cranes walking around. So they may be feeling in that sort of...
Patriotic.
Yeah.
Like, let's forgive. We are one country.
It's July, guys. 2nd of July.
Yeah.
We are shooting
July.
this on the 2nd of July.
Halfway through the year.
So we are halfway through the year. We're halfway through the 365 days of the year.
He looked for them. He was like, "Put your there again."
I was looking for something to put there. And I was like, hey, 365, come here. But yeah, we are halfway through the year, and wanted to highlight or to talk about our favorite songs this year so far.
Yeah, I can imagine, like 6 months. It's a good time.
Yeah. And
half a point.
since Ian is hosting us, let's start with you, Ian.
6 months in, the last half of the year. Guys have really, really put out music this last half of the year. And
can I make it easier for him?
Yeah.
Maybe you pick a song and maybe an honorable mention. Because I know like it's hard to have a favorite on spot, but hey.
You know, for me, ultimately, as much as this job requires neutrality, like I'm neutral in my opinion, but I can't be neutral in my taste as
that is all right,
as a person.
Hence the word favorite.
Yeah, like when exactly.
That's why we didn't say it's what is the best.
Yeah, like when I give my opinion, general opinion, I'll be neutral. But when it comes to me, speaking for me as me,
Byamugisha.
I think my favorite song so far, I'd have to choose "Skincare" by Blizzak.
Maybe put me on the skincare.
It's well, it may sound like an obvious choice. President Blizzak fan club. Yeah, and
self-appointed president.
Self-appointed. Yeah, because this comes from Blizzak. This comes from an artist I respect so much, an artist I love so much. Whenever it's Blizzak season, for me, anything else, yes, first wait.
That's why Ian still wears black on Monday because
Black Monday. Oh, that was a phase.
It wasn't a phase. It was a moment. It was a moment.
Okay.
And then honorable mention. Woo, Baby Daddy No Wahala.
Baby Daddy No Wahala.
Pound of Shilling, Mutono. That is that song is very personal for us. And for me especially, because forget the hype of, we worked on it for press play. Arguably, there was nothing better than that. Like, up to that moment of doing press play and probably up to now, nobody has delivered quite to. It just came out banging, and it just, I don't know, like, I don't
Just came out swinging.
It's just, for me, yeah, honorable mention would be that, because it's just, he brought it. Forget us having that sentimental attachment to it, but we really looked, and nothing came close to what Mutono did on
what
that
has
project.
been remarkable for you this year so far?
First of all, I was supposed to throw that at you first, and we go in proper order. But since he did, actually, I'll say this. On episode 4, I did say that in terms of my listening experience as a huge hip hop fan over the years, that song, Pound or Shilling, is one of my most, like, it was a monumental thing for me because it was one of the new guys coming out where you don't know him like that, and he just drops some fire that is just exquisite and just out there. Like, but I will not mention that as part of, since I put it as on that other list, let me just give a different list this time. My first or my favorite of the year, Easy Money, Vroom. I'll give it to Tucker with Just Left Rubaga.
HD.
Because, Jesus. Guy just gave and gave. Like, the song just kept adding layers and layers and layers. And that's while maintaining that same single type rhyme scheme that Blizzard actually had in not the same one, but like the same same idea, let me say, same concept.
Crucial combination.
Crucial combination. Buy one, get one free. But they brought the heat, so it's only right that I say that for Tucker's Just Left Rubaga. And the second one. I will have to go to Mutono's Vibration featuring Papa T and Maestro, because Papa T came through with that verse.
Papa T.
Miss me with that intro to the, like, he sets the tone for the whole song.
Yeah.
Actually, this weekend, both of them are performing at the Budo League. That's 3 of them. Actually, there's 3 people that we've talked about that are performing together. I can't believe that's yet another thing we're missing, because it's Papa T, Mutono, and Lucas Black.
We send a Kobusinja to cover it for us.
Gwe, we need like Gwe. Hey, producer, NF Media. Don't you guys have like a branch? But like we like, that is just a fire combo. But it's because listen to Papa T's verse, Mutono's verse with that. First of all, the hook by Mutono, and then the Mary J blowing nose and Phyllis Obliged, like that verse into Maestro, who then delivers my favorite verse from him to date. Of course, I'm sure he has more heat in the kitchen, but my favorite verse from him as well. Total package of a song. So that's my number 2. Mr. Forbes, I think great.
Top choices.
You spoke of Tucker, and I remember that exclusive Tucker played for us at Talent Africa. That one. Yeah.
So you guys go to these places without me.
The day it drops, I can't wait. Without you.
Nigga, what did our first guest, what did Sal say? You're too uptight for these moments.
I remember.
But my first song so far, Mutono, Pound or Shilling.
Mutono with a triple threat.
I even reworked it. Now it's Baby Daddy.
Baby Daddy.
I reworked it. That's how much I like it. Then my honorable mention goes to
I'm
EC.
sure that would be lazy as well because of the host
EC.
voice.
EC
Psych.
He name drops us in there somewhere. But also,
no.
I'll say
Psych
it again.
I'll
say it again. Go listen to that entire EC project.
Reborn.
And also his project from last week.
It really gives you an insight into who EC is and
I
the
think
future.
Psych, he really sets it off. Like he sets the tone with Psych.
But the common denominator I've had in all you said is Mutono. So, Kwegamba, Mutono, it's your year.
But
the only thing that can mess it up is you.
Sounds like a graduation speech.
But first, he's even up here because he's doing the Fuse concert. Then he's doing the Budo League. So he's doing it back to back. But gig, some money. Yeah. Mutono and anyone else, please send some money to 624404. That's 624404. Because what would the podcast be without the artists that give us a good?
So we are looking forward to seeing how this year closes out. So Mutono, kill it. Other rappers are worried for you because Mutono is not about to let go.
And Mutono, we really apologize because now we've put that target on your back.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's up to you
but it's good to have a target on your back.
I hope you don't slack because you know that they're coming.
Benchmark what he's doing and fire.
There's some tweets I've been seeing and some stuff I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the UG's Most Wanted because we get to see the homie out there.
Chapter.
We get to see Big Ben bring the Sukoya. Bring that Ben. You get him to bring that
this year even he's attaching an event to it, a festival to it.
Let's wait and see how it goes. There's also been again the homie Saint Maximin and Akane.
Yeah.
Whoa. Again, I know I saw that and I told homie, like it feels like I came up with this lineup because what is this?
But
what is this?
I feel like I'm very excited for next year. Because
let's be excited for this half of the year.
No. Because you see,
next year is getting a sponsorship.
Hey, beyond that,
like artists have put in a lot of work this year, and for many of them, it's they're planting.
Yeah.
So next year, when the seeds are ripe, next year is going to be.
Actually, speaking of those, because I know right now we've mentioned people we've seen in and around the industry.
Yeah.
But there's people like. Because for the homie, we still haven't had some of those releases. There's the albums that are promised and we hope will check in.
Yeah.
There's other people like Matt Travers. I feel like I need to give an extra honorable mention because the Matt Travers and Akane, what a song.
Yep.
What a song. Matt Travers, easy, simple delivery, easy money. And remember, both he and Mutono were MTN Pulse
top 5.
Yeah, they're both top 5 in the MTN Pulse cypher.
Yeah.
So again, you get to see that energy continue. I hope there's more. I know as in terms of the New Wave event, they did the back-to-back Livescape events, the same one we attended. Yeah. We did the Mutono the last time, and then like the recent one is Matt Travers. So there's a lot of work being put in the industry, and we're eager to see who runs away with it.
Who brings it? Who closes it? Who closes off the year strong? Yeah. As we were hoping for people to close off the year, we are going to close off the episode. But before we close off the episode, Mark, add our people some MidGuy presents.
Mbawe. Guys, we are not done. I repeat, I have to organize the MidGuy and the Tribe UG are bringing you a little more something. Yes, the drink is done.
MidGuy
and the Tribe UG are bringing you a little more something. And we have a few more questions for you so that you can make some
lunch.
Because sometimes it's not easy and obviously you deserve it. So the first question again from this. So that's now question 4.
Yeah.
I gave you 3 earlier. Here, go and do your homework in case you forgot. The first one is Mr. Soyuji, the myth. He spells his myth M-I-T-H, not M-Y-T-H like the word. What's M-I-T-H in full? What's the myth's M-I-T-H in full? What does it stand for? Hey. Go and look at old interviews or read up. I don't know. Or call him if you have his number. I won't share it. Link in bio. Got one more for them?
Yeah, I have one more for you guys. Seneli said does this thing where he gives free haircuts to people, to kids. Actually, kids, not some people, kids. Yeah. Basically, the haircut can change your perspective on life and things like that. And he's been doing it for a minute, but he's doing it under a certain organization. So what's the name of that organization?
Yeah.
That's all. That's the
No,
only
no, no,
question.
no. There's one more. Felix talks about a Kopsinja who's a secret. What's her name? Like, this I'm asking for personal reasons. If you know her, please DM me. I'll get you this MidGuy platter as well, please. Because like she's a secret who is private.
The only way you can know is if that Kopsinja tells you that it's her.
If you're the one,
But then also random
Madam
Kopsinjas, don't
please
DM
me. DM
Oh,
me.
when you DM Ian, DM him your photo. Maybe we can see. We can go for a date at MidGuy.
Guys, we don't want Ian's visa to be revoked. Please, DM me.
No, those default rich guys. He's married, so he'll be vouching. Speaking on my behalf.
For me, I'll be
In
representing
our
him.
language, we call him Katera Rume. He'll be my Katera
Kano za
Rume.
kunshashura.
Guy, Turiomuka.
There's some discrimination going on set. There's some
But
discrimination.
yeah, guys, if you want to get these MidGuy offers or this MidGuy giveaway we are doing, just tweet us the answers. Tag MidGuy, tag the Tribe UG, hashtag the Tribe UG giveaway.
Yeah.
In case you feel like, you know what, I don't need to get a gear to get this to win, and you want to go to MidGuy.
You just go.
You just go, Mark, tell them where MidGuy is located. And,
you tweet the MidGuy and
Google Maps.
the square.
Google Maps.
Yeah,
But
the
he's
square.
on Google Maps even. Easy.
Yeah, and he does also catering. So in case you have like a function,
Hey.
what?
But speaking catering, when are you guys giving him business for catering?
He coming. We have already talked. So don't jump.
Talks about what?
Don't jump the gun.
Process by process.
We left you out of it because you wouldn't show up for the
Yeah.
event anyway.
Yeah, so we are starting with a giveaway. So the next level is going to be something huge. Guys, as usual, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. To our dear sponsors, thanks a lot.
Because
Mark
without you, we wouldn't be here.
Okay, without Ian's family by this island wouldn't be here. But you contributed fuel. But Mark, tell our future sponsors, our potential sponsors, the number.
Guys, some of us saw the crested crane for the first time today. If you want us to see more things for the first time,
Hassan came to Western Uganda for the first time.
Hassan from the family, Hassan.
First
We won't
time.
talk about LNF. He lives on this street. But
LNF has connect.
the rest of you that want to do the thing, thank you for doing it all along. And if you want to give us a little bit more, 624404. That's 624404.
Yep.
See you at the next one.
See you at the next one. Shout outs to Ian's family for being gracious hosts.
Yeah.
Also for being a good driver.
I'm the only one I can trust with my life. So
Yeah, I
I
think
had no choice.
that the cash has this is the only benefit of it.
And as usual, shout outs to Hassan from the family Hassan, LNF, aka Lugude. See you next week.
Peace.